What's up, everyone? This is JoeSavy bringing you a TvT matchup. This is a basically 1-1-1 push. I've been transitioning back into one-base play. I like the way it works. I like how strong it is, and probably the best part is that I can get more games done in a day because most games don't last past the 15-minute mark. Either I win, they win, and every once in a while they transition out. But a lot of games just end relatively quick, and I get a lot of wins from them. So, okay, alright, we're good. Okay, alright. So, back home. Oh, actually, I'm playing on Philicus, top right-hand corner, versus the Major. Let's open our little name tab. There we go. He is the red Terran on the bottom left-hand corner of Shakura's Plateau. Okay. So, rallying SCVs to my mineral patches. 2x. And continuing to build SCVs, we have a 12 depot, or 10 depot, followed up by a 12 refinery. There we go. Pardon me if I get my timings mixed up, because honestly, I just didn't really screen this game, but I know I played it. I named it TvT 1-1-1, so I know it's a 1-1-1 build. And yeah, 1-1-1 is relatively, actually extremely effective versus Terran. And really strong versus Protoss as well. But I like the 2 racks better because I feel like I could put earlier, stronger, crazy pressure on a Protoss player. Okay. SCV coming in my main. I'm going to just fight him off with my SCV, Battle Royale. As soon as I have 100 gas, or basically as soon as my barracks finishes, I start my factory, and then I get a supply depot. So let's see, that depot dropped right around 18 supply. First Marine coming out. Only build 1 right away until you get your supply depot done, and then you can build more. Build to your heart's content, however you want to do it. And then you build your starport right away, because obviously a 1-1-1 is a barracks factory starport. 3 buildings. 3 buildings. This is a Marine tank variant, and Marine tank Viking for the most part. Honestly, if I were to started the second refinery faster, I could have actually afforded a Viking and all those other things that I did. And if I hadn't supply capped myself, I'd have a tank in production right now. But it's okay because, it's already passed. And my opponent is going for a hellion version of the 1-1-1 build. So obviously he scouted gas, and then he's going to go ahead and do some kind of hellion. Well, obviously you see the medevac, so he's going to do some kind of drop. Hellion medevac drop. Try to kill all my workers. And, that's frustrating to deal with, but, I have a Viking, I have a tank, another tank on the way, siege mode just about done, and I have Marines. So, notice how low my minerals and gas stay pretty much the entire time. My opponent unloading right here, we're going to go into faster time. Now, this could have been potentially devastating. 3 Hellions, 4 Marines, and a medevac in my base as I'm pushing across. So if you do this, if you get halfway across the map, then you want to maybe think about going for some kind of base trade, but don't lose your workers. Whatever you do, don't let all your workers die. So that's the underlying theme behind this. Don't let your workers die. If you're going to go for a base trade, bring your workers to his base, and then just have like a basically battle royale of everything, and then it's just basically a base trade from there. Then you can lift off your unit producing structures and rally them to his base. Siege. Here's another strategy too. Siege 1 tank for the splash damage, and then leave the other tank in DPS mode, so he can just basically pick stuff off. And the Viking's gonna, well, if it were actually rallied properly, it would kill the medevac. Your Marines and your DPS dealing tank would kill the Hellions and the Marines, because Hellions are horrible versus tanks, really strong versus Marines, and ridiculously strong versus SCVs. So pulling all my SCVs away the best I can. But the DPS from that tank and those Marines will be too much for that Hellion drop, and I'll be fine. I'm alright. Supply-wise, I'm ahead of my opponent. 41 to 30. Army-wise, I'm pretty sure... Oh, no. After he even killed those workers, he killed 8 workers, I'm still, on par. I'm still up to pretty close to what he has. And he hasn't expanded. He's building his expansion right now. But it's kind of late, honestly. At this point, even though he does have banshees in production, I'm pushing across the map with a Viking, a medevac, a couple few Marines. Let's look at the units. Okay, 7 Marines, 2 tanks, 2 Vikings, and a medevac, and 24 SCVs at home versus his 26. So even on that side, only my army is much bigger. So this Cloak Banshee is going to be a pain in the ass to deal with. Siege up toward the ramp, and I don't have a scan yet. In fact, let's see. Yeah, not 21 energy. This CC is not even completed. So my one saving grace is that, you know, on this push at least, not for the game necessarily, but for this push, is that his Banshee only has 15 energy left, so once it runs out of Cloak, it won't be able to attack anymore. And my Vikings can kill it. Vikings and Marines. Continuing to build or train Marines and other units as I can. Don't have a whole lot of minerals, so he picks off that tank, and this push has almost been thwarted. Almost, but not completely. My Viking's going to go out, kill a medevac, and do some nice little scouting. Second Banshee's about to pop, but this time I'm going to save a scan. I'm going to have a scan for this push. A couple more Marines, another tank on the way, siege up out there. Drop a scan pretty soon. There we go. Pick off that Banshee. No, I don't get the Banshee. Yeah, I do. Get that Banshee. Oh, no. Don't get the Banshee. And no scans for a little while, so pick off what I can, and then basically, there we go. Banshee runs out of energy, and he's stuck trying to produce another Banshee. Siege tank being produced. Siege tank's not finished yet, but by this point it's almost too late because he doesn't really have anything to counter what I do. I'm going to go ahead and drop my Vikings to do some damage. Let's see, Siege tank just finished, but no tanks in production. Ton of minerals on his part, but no, not really any gas. For when he's not fully saturated on this refinery, only 2 out of 3. And these barracks are just too little, too late. Next Banshee is about to be produced. I do have a scan, almost 2 scans, so go ahead and clean that up pretty easy. I'm gonna try to run it away, but I have a second scan in case I need it. There we go, got it. And yeah, that's pretty much it. That's pretty much the game. I am rallying back home. That was a mistake, but really, what I was curbing against would be like counter aggression or a counter drop. Because if I were in this position, honestly, the thing I would do is try to take a drop around the backside and drop up here again and try to kill all the SCVs, and then it would have been difficult for me to come back. So pushing out with my Marine tank and Raven now, and Raven Marine tank is basically immune to Banshee. He has 1 hellion trying to do some damage, but it won't be enough versus this Marine that's getting basically never-ending healing, and yeah. All these SSVs just hanging out trying to repair. Back at his main, he can't expand, so he's way oversaturated. Not actually. Yeah, he's oversaturated. And then I have my next set of units coming. Once the Raven's there, that's definitely GG, and he knows it, so he just uses out, and that's the end of the game. Okay, thanks for watching.